Hello guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Rotolight Neo 2. As you know, a while ago I did a power test versus speed light, and after that power test I have some questions regarding how they perform on real world photo shoots, not just power measurements. Luckily I received an email from Rod Gammons from Rotolight, and he offered to send me a couple of units so I can keep them for a while longer and take them on different photo shoots and then share my experiences and kind of like provide a whole picture of how the product actually performs. So I did. I received all the equipment, accessories, and everything, and I took them in 3 or 4 photo shoots. So this is what I want to share with you today. It's like I'll show you some behind the scenes, some results from the photo shoot, the things that I found that it worked, the things that I found that they didn't quite work, and hopefully this feedback will allow you to decide whether you want to add these tools to your arsenal or not. At the end of the day, it's a matter of selecting the right tool for the job. Anyways, I want to again say thank you to Rod Gammons for allowing me to test this product, and hopefully this video will be useful for you. So for my first test trying the Neo 2s on a photo shoot, I decided to use one of Gavin Hu's tutorials as an inspiration to see if I could replicate his results as a way of learning my way around the constant lights. Basically, I figured that if I failed, then I know it's my fault, since Gavin was able to get great results with them. And I have to say, I had a great time working with these lights, especially in this studio setup with this particular photo shoot. Just being able to see where the shadows and the lights are falling on your subject and being able to tweak the color temperature. I can adjust it and give it a more yellowish tone if I wanted to kind of mimic the candle that we were using. Then push the background also color towards a different cast, and being able to see all that real time with our electronic viewfinders on our mirrorless cameras, it just felt natural and really speed up the process of taking the photos. So as you can see from this clip that I'm showing on the back of my camera, you can tell that the background looks very blue and her face is completely different color cast. This is the advantage of having the color temperatures that you can adjust on both Neos. I can give her a look that kind of matches a bit more what I want compared to the candle that she'll be holding later on. And then on the back I can make it bluer. Just for us mirrorless users with the electronic viewfinders, being able to adjust and see in real time how everything is changing on our subjects and in the background, to me it's just exceptional. I think it's a perfect fit for mirrorless users. And right now I'm adjusting the power and where the shadows are gonna fall on her face. I can see it exactly as I move it, so there's no surprises and there's no trial and error. The moment I take the photo, I'm already seeing how it's gonna turn out on the back of my camera. And to me, this is just a fantastic benefit of using constant light. So overall, for this photo shoot, which I titled Candles and Snow, I have to give it definitely a thumbs up to the Neo 2s. Chin down a little. So next, I decided to try the Neo 2s with my favorite reflector, the Westcott highlighter. And well, to be honest, this is not a very good fit for the Neo 2. The Westcott recommends a 30-inch softbox for the highlighter, and as you can see, the Neo 2 is very small compared to a 30-inch softbox. So it had a bit of problem trying to fill the surface area of the highlighter while keeping the subject completely illuminated. But still, the photos are pretty good, I think. But it wouldn't be my first choice for using the highlighter. I'll go with a larger softbox or an ANOVA or an EOS, which I actually did also use on my. You will see it on my next review. So for the highlighter, even though it wouldn't be my first choice, it's still usable. So for my next test, I decided to once again go to Gavin Hu's tutorial and try his window rain photo shoot. And yes, I'm a big fan of Gavin. For this one, he actually used Godox 8200s, not the Rotolight Neos, but I wanted to see how the Neos would perform. And as you can see on this picture, You got a Neo in front of the window and then one on the back as a headlight. The one thing that I encountered in this shoot is that because I wanted to stop down in order to make the raindrops more visible and sharper, I had to go to ISO 2000 in order to be able to stop down to 5.6. Ideally, I would have wanted to go to f8 or even f11 in order to bring those droplets more into focus. But that would have required me to go into ISO 4000 or higher, and I love shooting in base ISO 100, because that's where you get the best quality, the best dynamic range of your camera. But still, I just wanted to present some of the photos and let me know what you think. I feel that for this particular photo shoot, something like the Godox AD200, the 600, the Nova or the EOS by Rotolight would have been better because of the extra power. Still, you can see here a photo without the glass and between the light and the subject, and I feel this one turns out really good. One thing I like about the Neos is the quality of the color that it gives me. That CRI 96 rating, it really delivers accurate color and beautiful skin color in my opinion, as you can see here. And take a look at this last sample that I'm showing you here. This is one of my favorite shots with the Neo for this session. It gives that behind the scenes movie set kind of look, and love how the skin color looks, how the blue and the red light on the background turns out. So it really can deliver beautiful images, but as always, you have to be careful when you use it. You have to learn how to use your tools and make sure you pick the right one. So in summary, what are my feelings about the Rotolight Neo 2 now that I did this test? Well, they are a lot more positive than they were when I did the power test before. But no, the power test that I did does not lie. It's not going to overpower the sun or be a replacement for a strobe, but they're not intended to be that. To me, it's an additional tool in my arsenal, one that I actually tend to grab first, depending on the amount of power that I need. If I can get away having constant light without affecting the quality of my results, then why not? I mean, for us mirrorless shooters, this is kind of like natural evolution with our electronic viewfinders to go to the constant light that we can actually see everything we do in real time. It's more efficient in my opinion. Now, if I cannot use the Neos or an EOS because of the power needs that I may have, then sure, I can move up to a higher level of power, go with a strobe like a AD200 or an Explorer 600. So it's a matter of finding the right tool for the job, and I feel that I tend to go with constant light first and escalate from there, just like I will go with using a softbox. If I can use my Mola Seri, which is a 28-inch softbox, then I will use that. And if I need a bigger one, then I will go to my 5-footer or a 7-foot umbrella, trying to find the right tool that gives me the look that I want, but let me do my job faster and more efficiently. It's just finding that tool that helps you get better and get your work done faster. So in that sense, that's what I feel that the Neo is actually fitting my tools now that I tested them. No, they're not going to replace anything that I have, but they give me different options and different looks. I'm not even a videographer, as you can see from the low quality of my video productions, but for videographers, they also offer a lot of cool features like the special effects, fire, thunderstorm, all that things, which are really cool, and maybe one day I'll get to use those too. So what I would like to see from Rotolight next, for the Neo at least, I asked about maybe having a round softbox for the Neo, even better if it doesn't require the barn doors, and they told me it's actually on the works, so we're gonna get one of those too. And also wanted to get some sort of battery power that you can attach to the unit instead of having to put it in the bag and kind of like a bit cumbersome to use that. And seems like that one is on the works too, so they are definitely working on more accessories to make this easier to carry around and still get the power. And the reason I asked about the external battery, is because with the AA batteries you get 250% extra power when using the flash mode, but with the external battery or the AC adapter you get 500%. So every bit of power counts, for in my opinion. One thing I would love to see is also on a Neo 3, hopefully, is a way to update firmware without having to send it back to them. There's a thing that I noticed is when you're using the Neos with the trigger, they will automatically go into flash mode, and sometimes I don't want to go into flash mode. I just want to be able to control the power and control the color temperature. Right now the workaround would be to go into a different group or turning off the transmitter, which is not very efficient. So yeah, definitely I would love to see a USB port in order to be able to do the firmware upgrades ourselves for situations like this. Other than that, more power the better. I tested the AOS and I worked with it outdoors, and I felt that the extra power that it has definitely fits me better, and it can help me with some of my outdoor photo shoots. But I will be really trying to get my hands on the Anova Pro 2, which has like double the power of the AOS, and I feel that that might be the one that gets me to use constant light most of the time if the power, as I think it is, the extra power is enough to cover most of my shooting situations. So if I can get my hands on the Anova Pro 2, you bet I'll be doing another review with more outdoor shooting with it. I'm also trying to get the Aperture Light Storm 6 C300D that somebody recommended on the comments on my previous video. So whatever I get first, I will make sure to do a review for you guys. So regarding the value and the cost of the Neo 2, well, I just wanted to say this. I mean, sure, it doesn't have the power of a strobe like the 8200, but I think the quality of the light that you get and the constant light, you know, being able to see everything you do real time, the color temperature adjustments, the video effects, I think overall you are paying good money, but also you're getting a quality product that will last you and give you a lot of features, especially if you're also a videographer. Well, now you have some sample images that I'm providing, you know, my feedback, you can see the results, and maybe you are able now to determine whether this will work for you or not. I feel that adding an AOS and Nova to the Neo 2s actually make for a pretty nice constant light kit. I've tried it, and you will see some of the sample images below from that upcoming review, and the AOS definitely adds an extra level of power that I felt very welcomed. I hope this real world test gives you an idea of what the Neo 2 can do and cannot do for you. And if you try it, just please go ahead and leave me some comments on feedback. I would love to hear about your stories using Neos or even any other type of constant light. Anyway guys, so I hope the video was useful for you. If you have questions, let me know. I will have the Neo so I can do more tests for you if you desire that. And share your feedback and keep an eye for my next reviews. The AOS is coming up. I have an R2 versus A7R3 test that I want to show you guys and see if there's any IQ differences, especially with wide lenses and adapted lenses, for example. So keep the suggestions coming, and thanks again for watching. Have a good one. So you know, I did a power test a couple of weeks ago, or more like a month ago. Okay. Hello guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Rotolight. Speaking of Rotolight. Of course, it doesn't have a lot of power like a strobe, so you have to know when to use them and when to use strobes. As with any products, just find the right job for the tool. Cut!